Welcome to Echo Trade. I'm here with Daniel Wu from Pair Lending, and we're going to talk about Pair Lending as firm. And so Daniel's got a pretty eclectic background and a lot of different, organizations that he's a part of and that he started. So want to hear the background on Pair Lending and everything else that you've been involved with. So quick background. Daniel's a chartered market technician, one of the few in the world. I think there's only a few thousand that are actually received that certification. He previously, initially in his career worked with Charles Schwab, and then since then been a serial entrepreneur, started robo-advisors and multiple firms. So Daniel, I appreciate you being here. I guess I'll just throw it to you really quickly. Can you give me just a quick background on Pair Lending in and of itself? And then we can kind of talk about some of the other ventures that you've been a part of.
Sure. Pair Lending is a registered investment advisor. We registered with different states. And originally, when I formed this company a few years ago, when the interest was very low, it's like 1%. For the bond rates, things like that. And therefore, there's a need for people seeking a higher return on fixed income. And therefore, Pair Lending was formed. And the business model was that one hand, we connect individual investors where we manage with our license, but also on the other hand, we connect to online lending platforms like Lending Club, Prosper, and then we try to find good products from those platforms to manage our asset for fixed income. But over the years, interest rate already gone up so much, and therefore the need for fixed income is much less, but we're still using this platform to dedicate to helping retail investors with robo-advisor. And even though Pair Lending was created as a robo-advisor for fixed income, and right now we're using the same structure to manage equity portfolios.
Got it. Because you are working with another firm, or you have another firm where you're managing, 50, 60, $70 million on your own outside of Pair Lending, which is kind of built for a different purpose, right?
Correct. Yeah. Pair Lending is for robo-advisor. And then for the actual management, I'm managing about $62 million right now with Straight and Sound, which is we have a partner of about 6-7 advisors, and 2 of them are CFAs.
Got it. And so give us a little bit of your background. You've been at this for a long time, like we talked about. You started several firms on your own. Built robo-advisors, time at Charles Schwab. So give us a little bit of kind of your history and what led you to founding Pair Lending.
Sure. Yeah, my background is always in finance. I started in college, studied finance, and then I started a job as a research analyst. And then I worked for Schwab for 10 years and serving all the active traders. I was fascinated by the market, and I studied different successful investors, including long-term, also some of the tactical, such as George Soros and their investment philosophies. I found they're kind of radical difference, but they both work. And then I try to find out whether or not there's a way to find a better way to find to invest in the market with less risk and more precise timing. And this journey took me about 20, 30 years. And then in between, I got my license and CMT and got certification. And also, as well as I want to be a trader at one time, I got my CTA. But it comes down to, I think right now, I believe that data is the answer to all the things I've been searched. And therefore, I dedicated myself and my team to really get the right data into the system and try to have the data to give us the quantitative support to make decisions more automatically.
Yeah, and on the quantitative side, that leads me to, one of the reasons that you're a little bit differently on how you're looking at the market and some of the technical aspects that you're looking at. So talk about how, you see your philosophies and your, implementation and investment process a little bit different from some other asset managers.
Yeah, I think when we look at the portfolio, we study the risk side of it and also the return side of it. And then we always want to less the risk and then maybe keep the same return or even high return. And on the conventional wisdom, it's not possible because when we talk about portfolio, the modern portfolio theory and tells that we should always stay invested and then we should diversify. That's true if you are invested 100% and then you diversify, the risk is less. But also you are not avoiding the downside volatility. Therefore, we find a way that what if we can lesser the volatility to the downside which is to avoid the bear market kind of situation.
Mhm.
We dedicate ourselves to study market pivot points, and where market is turning to the upside, then we stay invested. When market started to turn downside, then we kind of lessen our position and then sell off and keep cash. That's the general rationale and philosophy of our portfolio.
Yeah, it's been playing out thus far. It's performing fantastically. And so thank you, Daniel, for taking the time, and thanks for partnering with EchoTrade.
Thank you, Jeff.